The fall of Ramadi is the biggest victory for ISIS this year. Online videos appear to show U.S.-trained Iraqi forces fleeing the battlefield by road and by air, leaving behind their American equipment and weapons. Shots from one Iraqi army base show artillery, stacks of ammunition, armored vehicles, all now under the control of Islamic State fighters.
The White House, State Department, and top military brass are calling the ISIS takeover of Ramadi a setback. But how significant is the loss, and what does it ultimately mean about the coalition's strategy of airstrikes and no boots on the ground? Let's ask a man who knows. Former Army Ranger who served in the War on Terror, author of The Reaper, Autobiography of One of the Deadliest Special Ops Snipers, Sergeant Nicholas Irving joins us. Sergeant, thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thank you.
Sergeant, what does it do to you, and how angry does it make you when you hear that the weapons, the ordnance, everything that America sent over there to use to defeat ISIS is now being used by them in their hands and is being used to run this country over and kill innocent people?
I think it's really heartbreaking, especially the fact that I fought in, places like Ramadi. I've been to Ramadi on a few operations. I did 3 deployments in Iraq, and watching these major cities like Mosul, which I fought in, Tikrit, which I fought in, and Baghdad, all fall and go into the hands of ISIS. It really is heartbreaking. It's almost like, what did we do it for? What were we there for? I kind of wish we could go back and fix things the way we had it, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
If indeed you could go back and fix things, and again, this is all just us talking here, military, media, but if you were able to use all the strategy and everything you've learned to go back in and try and ferret these rats out of Ramadi, how would you do it? What would be the best way to do it?
Well, the best way for guys like us, the special operations community, it's, I guess, getting away from the winning the hearts and minds. Our rules of engagement, we're not going over there to win the hearts and minds. It was to get rid of, the earth of bad people. And that was our sole purpose in life, was to kill bad guys. And we started to, I guess, get away from that after a while. And when the war started to, I guess, quote unquote, die down, we got away from killing bad men. And those bad men were allowed to run free and get away from us.
Is that all just part of the political correctness that America's stuck in, right? And I mean, look, we're talking here, and you're exactly right. Kill the bad guys. That's what they're there for, because they are looking to kill us first. Doesn't America have to just back up a little bit, and you want to say to them, look, everybody, we understand that this just might be something reprehensible to you, but when you are in a war, this is what you have to do, and you better get used to it.
Exactly. I think after 9/11, America was, completely 100% behind the troops to go kill these guys. And after the war started to get out of the media and die down a little bit, I guess the people forgot that that's what we were there for. We're there to put bullets in people and our bad guys, and that's what we were really good at. We got away from that. I would think that, I guess, if we were to go back, America should let us do our job. Or the politicians, not necessarily America, but the politicians should, I guess, stay out of our way and let us do our job.
Let's talk about that, because recently the Special Forces put some boots on the ground, and they killed the guy who was called the CFO of ISIS. It was a brilliant and a quick strike. Do we need to do this more? Simply put, just turn the Special Forces loose, let them do their job, let them do it in secret, whatever it takes, get behind them, and let them go in and kill the bad guys as often as possible.
Oh, definitely. I worked with the same unit that went in there for that mission, and really great guys, and the type of guys that if I were a terrorist, if I heard that they were coming after me, I would not want to be on the opposing end. But I think it would come down to small units, 20 to 30 men max, and going in to rid the world of bad people like the, ISIS community or whatever they call themselves nowadays. But I think it would boil down to letting guys like us with the special skill set to sneak into different places or countries and rid the earth of guys like that.
If you could go back, would you go back tomorrow and be part of one of those teams?
Oh, definitely, in a heartbeat. I think about it. I get phone calls from the contracting side. When I contracted after I got out, I would go back, but I don't think the way things are right now, it's not for me or guys like me with the politics involved. If we're going to go in there and do it, let us do our job and the way we were trained to do it.
I got about a minute left here. Do we need then to send some of these contractors back in and let them do the job? That's pretty risky.
It is risky, but these guys have a really specific skill set, and they've done this job for quite some time. Most of the, components of organizations like that are from the special operations community: Delta Force, Navy SEALs, Army Rangers, Marine Force reconnaissance guys.
Do you wish, 30 seconds I have left, that if there's one thing that could happen, the president, the administration, the politicians would just stop lying to the American people about the fact that we are losing this war?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'm a pretty straightforward guy. Stop lying about it. We are losing this war. Let's get the guys back in there and clean things clean things up the way it used to be.
Maybe that would be the best, and maybe people need to understand that. If only we could get them to stop lying, let's at least call for it then. Want to remind everybody once again, the book is brilliant. The Reaper, Autobiography of One of the Deadliest Special Ops Snipers. I want to thank Sergeant Nicholas Irving for joining us. Thanks so much, Sergeant. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
All right, and there it is, right there. If indeed you have the chance, is that what we should do? Let us know on social media. Tell us, should we just let the Special Forces go in there, let them get the job done? Stay with us. The fastest 60 minutes in news continues.